Welcome to today's video. We are going to explore one of the most enigmatic aviation masterpieces of World War II, the Horten Ho 229, also known as the first \invisible flying wing in history. It was a jet fighter designed by the Horten brothers, and it pioneered many modern technologies. This video is about 5 minutes long, and will dive into its history, design, and legacy. Let's get started. First, some background. In the 1930s, brothers Reimar and Walter Horten were fascinated with flying wing aircraft without a traditional fuselage or tail, just wings to reduce drag. They started with gliders, like the Horten H.4, with the German government, which was secretly developing aviation under the guise of gliding clubs, under the Treaty of Versailles. By 1943, with Germany losing the war, Hermann Göring, head of the Luftwaffe, issued a strict requirement called 3 by 1000. A light bomber that could carry 1,000 kilograms of bombs, fly 1,000 kilometers, and reach a speed of 1,000 kilometers per hour. The Hortens saw this as an opportunity and proposed the Horten H.9, later renamed the Ho 229. The project was approved quickly, but the Horten brothers did not have a factory, so they partnered with Gotha Wagon Fabric. However, Gotha seemed to prioritize their own design, which led to delays. By 1944, the first prototype, the H.9 V1, was an unpowered glider, which made its successful test flight on the 1st of March 1944 at Oranienburg. It proved the stability of the flying wing design. A powered version, the H.9 V2, was later completed with two Junkers Jumo 004 turbojets, as the BMW 003 was not expected to be ready. The V2 first flew in December 1944, but on the 18th of February 1945 the right engine failed, killing test pilot Erwin Ziller. At this time, the V3 prototype, a larger, mass-production version, was being built, but the war ended before it was completed. Now, let's talk about the unique design of the Ho 229. It is a pure flying wing aircraft, with a delta shape, like a giant bat wing. There is no vertical tail or traditional fuselage, which reduces drag and increases speed. The dimensions of the V2, 7.4 meters long, 16.8 meters wingspan, cockpit height of only 1.1 meters, and maximum takeoff weight of about 6,876 kilograms. The wing area is 52.8 square meters, with a wing thickness ratio of 15% at the root to 8% at the wingtip, allowing for a maximum speed of 960 kilometers per hour, a cruising speed of 900 kilometers per hour, and a range of 1,900 kilometers. The climb rate is up to 22 meters a second, and the service ceiling is about 15,000 meters. Structurally, the central section was a welded steel frame, while the outer wings were made of pine, covered with sawdust-adhesive plywood, and painted with fire-resistant paint. This made the aircraft light and cheap to produce in a time when Germany was short on resources. The landing system was a three-wheel retractable type, with a trailing parachute to slow it down on landing. Flight control was by elevon, a combination of elevator and ailerons, and spoiler, with the latter split into two to solve the yaw problem caused by the lack of a vertical tail. The pilot sat in a rudimentary ejection seat, wearing a special pressure chute. As for armament, at the request of the Air Ministry, it was to be equipped with two 30mm cannons, and could carry 1,000 kilograms bombs. Variants included the V4 and V5 as two-seat bad weather fighters, the V6 as a weapons testbed, and the V7 as a two-seat trainer, but most of them were just on paper. The Air Ministry ordered 100 aircraft, later reduced to 20, but none were completed by the end of the war. As for the fate of the Ho 229, the nearly completed V3 prototype was captured by the Americans in April 1945 at Friedrichsroda, as part of Operation Paperclip, the German technology acquisition program. It was brought back to the US, where it was evaluated by British and American scientists. They even considered installing British jet engines, but the plan was abandoned because of incompatibility. The only V3 in existence is on display at the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum in the US, with its wings stored separately and undergoing restoration. The legacy of the Ho 229 is truly impressive. It was the first flying wing jet, influencing modern designs such as the B-2 Spirit and the US B-21 Raider. There is some debate about its stealth. Reimar Horten claimed that they used coal dust and wood glue to absorb radar, but 2008 tests by Northrop Grumman and a Smithsonian study found no evidence. Contemporary radar such. As the chain home could still detect it, despite its smaller radar cross-section than conventional aircraft due to its shape. Regardless, the Ho 229 remains a symbol of German ingenuity in desperation, and it proves that the flying wing concept could change aviation forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, share, and subscribe for more aviation history content. See you in the next video.